And there's another spot in Greeneville that is filled with history.
There sure is. I want to tell you about that as well as we continue to take you on a little trip around Greeneville. Hard to go through downtown Greeneville, the Main Street area, and not see a lot of history. And that's what we're talking about here on First at 4, the National History Left Behind by Andrew Johnson. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel takes a look at the former president from here in Greeneville.
Andrew Johnson was born to humble beginnings in 1808 in Raleigh, North Carolina. His father died when he was just 3 years old.
His mother, in an attempt to give him a trade in life, apprenticed him to a tailor. And Johnson stayed there for a while, but he ran away from his apprenticeship, traveled throughout the South, then went back to Raleigh for his mother and stepfather. They came across the mountains and settled in Greeneville.
That shop was not only where the magic happened for clothes, but also Johnson's political career.
Within this building, Andrew Johnson not only cut cloth and put together spectacular clothing, but he also honed his debating skills and his skills in learning about the things that were going on beyond Tennessee.
That original shop inside the Memorial Building at the Andrew Johnson National Historic Site became the town hangout, especially with Tusculum College students.
They discovered he had a knack for debate, and they encouraged him to join the debating society at Tusculum College. He did. The next thing you know, he's an alderman of the town. They held some of the meetings in the tailor shop. And then the next step was mayor. And from there, he went on to the state level politics, which led to the national level and eventually to the presidency.
The complexity of that presidency is what drives about 100,000 people to the national site each year. And the chief of interpretation and education says there are two main questions they're looking for answers to. Was he the worst president, and why was he impeached?
We counter that with a question of our own. How did a Southern or slave-owning Southern Democrat become the vice president to an anti-slavery Republican president? Those three questions form a trinity that embarks the visitor usually on every facet of this park.
Gillette says he wants people to know that Johnson was just like them, having good points and bad points, and that he took over the most powerful office at a tumultuous time in the nation's history.
The country was still at war with itself at a time when the war ended. How do we have to put the nation together? And also at a time with we have now freed over 4 million formerly enslaved people. What do we do with them? And a tough period of our country that's known as Reconstruction.
After impeachment, Johnson came back to Greeneville and had some unsuccessful runs for Senate and Congress. But he was elected as a U.S. Senator not long before he died in 1875. In Greeneville, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
Johnson's family actually lived at what's known as the homestead on East Main Street in Greeneville for 3 generations.